Welcome back to Moto Buzz ID, the channel where we dive deep into the world of motorcycles, bringing you everything from detailed bike reviews to real-world riding impressions, latest price updates, and gear breakdowns. Whether you're a seasoned rider or just getting started on two wheels, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our weekly motorcycle content. Now let's jump into today's feature, the Honda CL500. Alright, so the Honda CL500. This bike has been stirring up quite a buzz in the middleweight scrambler category, and for good reason. If you're familiar with Honda's past models, you'll notice that this is a modern interpretation of a classic name. The original CL line from the 60s and 70s was all about street bikes with a rugged twist, designed for riders who wanted a bit of off-road flair without going full dirt bike. Honda has done a solid job capturing that spirit with the CL500. At its core, the CL500 is based on the same reliable 471cc parallel twin-engine that we've seen in bikes like the Rebel 500 and the CB500X. It's a proven engine, extremely smooth, and very beginner-friendly, yet with enough torque and character to keep even experienced riders entertained. It's got that classic Honda feel, smooth throttle response, minimal vibration, and solid power delivery through the mid-range. You're looking at around 46 horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute and about 32 feet-lbs of torque at 6,250 revolutions per minute. Not crazy numbers, but more than enough for city riding, cruising on the highway, and even some light trail work. The engine is mated to a 6-speed gearbox that's buttery smooth and intuitive. Honda really nailed the gear ratios on this one. Whether you're navigating traffic or rolling through a mountain pass, it just feels right. Now, what sets the CL500 apart is its scrambler-inspired design. From the high-mounted exhaust to the upright seating position, block pattern tires, and the retro cool styling, it's clear that Honda wanted to make this bike stand out. The overall stance is aggressive yet approachable, and that's a tough balance to strike. You've got a 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear, which gives you a bit more confidence off-road than a traditional street bike. The suspension travel is decent too, 150mm up front and 145mm at the rear. That's not quite dirt bike territory, but it's more than capable of soaking up potholes, gravel, or a dusty trail. For a scrambler that's meant to live in the city and occasionally venture off the beaten path, this is more than enough. What's cool about the CL500 is that it feels light on its feet. It weighs in at about 430 pounds wet, which is manageable for most riders. That lightness makes it super nimble in city traffic and easy to throw around on twisty backroads. Parking it or maneuvering in tight spaces is also a breeze. Ergonomically, the CL500 is spot on. The seat height is around 31.1 inches, which strikes a great balance between accessibility for shorter riders and comfort for taller ones. The handlebars are wide and upright, giving you a confident, commanding riding position. The seat itself is flat and comfortable enough for longer rides, though you might want to add some aftermarket cushioning if you're planning on doing day-long road trips. Let's talk about the looks, because let's be honest, styling is a big reason why people are drawn to scramblers. The CL500 has a really clean design, blending retro elements with a modern touch. The round LED headlight, the high-mounted exhaust with its heat shields, the minimalistic bodywork, it all just works. And it comes in a few color options too, like candy orange, matte laurel green, and gunmetal black. Each one has its own personality. The digital display is simple and functional. It's not overly fancy, no full-color TFT here, but it gives you all the essentials: speed, gear position, fuel gauge, trip meter, and more. It's easy to read in direct sunlight and fits well with the overall minimalist vibe of the bike. Braking is handled by a single 310mm disc up front and a 240mm disc in the rear, with dual-channel ABS as standard. The braking system is solid and confidence-inspiring. You're not going to get high-performance sport bike braking, but for the kind of riding this bike is built for, it's more than adequate. Now let's talk price. As of mid-2025, the Honda CL500 has an MSRP of around $6,799 in the US. That's a pretty sweet deal for what you're getting. With Honda's rock-solid reputation for reliability, low maintenance costs, and the overall versatility of the CL500, it's hard to argue against that price point. And if you're shopping used or through dealers with promotions, you might even be able to grab one closer to $6,500 depending on your location and dealer incentives. Keep in mind, registration fees, taxes, and dealer setup charges can bump that price up a bit, so out the door you're probably looking at closer to $7,200 or more depending on your state. Still, for a brand new